Hey Blessed Beauties, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Blessed Beauty Mimi, and I thank you for tuning in. Make sure you press that subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and make sure you press the notification button if you have not been notified about my videos and when I post. So I just want to welcome you back and say thank you for tuning in. I hope that you were able to watch the previous videos that I posted so you have an idea of what my channel is about. We talk about faith, fashion, finances, fitness, food, fun, anything with the beautiful F, family, friends, okay? Today's subject, we're going to revisit the subject of faith. So if you have not watched my previous videos, make sure you go back to the last two videos before this one so you have an idea on the subject of faith for today's video and showing up for yourself, okay? So we're talking about how showing up for yourself is important and having faith in the plan for your own life. So I'll give you a little snippet of why this is the topic again today. And it's so important, okay? And it's really fitting. It's really fitting for the last couple of videos that I posted because I talk about having a plan for your own life, okay? And the universe will serve you whatever you allow it to give you. If you don't have a plan for your life and if you're not intentional about your own life, okay? So I wanted to go to this Pilates class. I said I gotta lose this 10 to 20 pounds of extra weight just sitting on me. Gotta get rid of this weight. So I'm literally doing any and everything that I can, working out, eating healthier, cutting my carbs, cutting my sugars, being more active, standing up more, getting that blood flowing. And so when I seen an offer to start Pilates, I was really excited. I was like, oh, that would be really great. It will help me with flexibility, toning up my little mommy area. I'm excited for this, okay? And the unfortunate thing is because I'm a beginner, they only do the classes on Saturday and Sunday and Monday morning. Now, like the rest of the world, most people, I am working on a Monday morning, okay? And unfortunately on Saturdays, I don't really do much, for myself on Saturday because that's the day that my children are out of school. There's no daycare, there's no school, so I don't have the sitter available, okay? And so the people that usually help me between my grandmother and my mom that help me to watch my children were unavailable for today, for earlier today to watch her. And so my oldest is down in Orlando. She's having a good time with the in-laws and they're on vacation. And I have my little one, my 1-year-old is, stuck behind. And so I didn't plan for us to do anything today. And usually, like I said, Saturdays, I don't plan to do anything. And I keep saying that word plan, okay? So I didn't plan to do anything today. And I should have. I should have at least planned to do something, even if it was just to get up and to make my bed and to make my face pretty and to brush my hair and to put on something just in case. And even if I didn't go anywhere, it's good to just plan to look good, to feel good. I do believe that when you look good, you feel good. And so I got a random call because I did sign up for the Pilates class, and then I ended up thinking, oh, I won't be able to go because, both my usual assistants, they can't, my grandparents and my mom, they're not able to help me, so I'm going to have to cancel the class. So I just decided, I'm just going to stay home and just, do absolutely nothing, be a bump in the log and just sit in the bed and just relax, before I have to rev back up and go to work Monday morning. Well, to my surprise, my brother randomly called me, and he has done it before to see if I could use help as a mommy and if he can get the kids for me. Well, today was the day I needed him, because I was doing the Pilates class. So it was perfect. I said, oh my gosh, yes, actually I could use your help. At first I declined. I was like, no, I'll do it. I'll just stay home and just be with her, don't worry about it. But then I hung up. I said, you know what, maybe I can hurry up and get dressed and go to this Pilates class and just, rush out there and make the best out of it. And so I had 2 hours thereabouts because the Pilates class starts at 1 and I talked to him about 10:45-ish. And so I had about a 2-hour window to where I had to be there at 12:45. And I could have, had we planned the right way. And this is why I keep saying planning is so important, especially if you are involving other people into your plans. It's one thing when you're planning for yourself and even for your children. But when you involve other adults into those plans, it's very important that you communicate thoroughly those plans so that you're both on the same page, and which I thought we were. Our plan was to meet with each other about 12:30. He knew that the class started at 1 o'clock. And when we finally met and I exchanged baby to him, it was 12:53. So that set me behind 20 minutes from being able to go to the class and start. Because when I talked to them and let them know that I was running behind schedule, they unfortunately told me I had to be there before 1 o'clock or exactly at 1 in order to sign the waiver, learn the Pilates equipment. And also she said that with parking, that I definitely want to give myself about a 10-minute grace period. So the class is only 30 minutes and I would have missed about 15 to 20 minutes of that class. So she said it's just best to reschedule. And I know my brother felt bad and I didn't want him to feel guilty because, again, he voluntarily asked to watch the baby, for me at the very last minute. Him and his spouse were going to take care of her while I go to the Pilates class. And they were doing that out of the kindness of their heart. And I so appreciate their help. I really do. But this is very important. And I want you to hear this loud and clear. Even when people have good intentions for you, they can still interfere with the intentions you have for yourself. Just let that sit. Even when people have good intentions for you, it can still interfere with the intentions that you had for yourself. So it was good meaning. It was well meaning. He really meant well. His intentions were pure. My sister can use a day free from children and go do something for herself, especially if it's going to heal her mind, body, and spirit. She's going to work out. Yes, I will take the baby for her. And me and my spouse will take over for the day and give her a break. But because, unfortunately, he was running behind schedule of meeting me at our designated place that we communicated, unfortunately, that overturned all of the plan that I had for that afternoon. I pictured myself going there and videoing and, just being there so that you guys can have that experience and I can even enjoy the experience of finally doing something with this mommy area. But guess what? When I visualized myself being there, unfortunately, it was in a very rush mode. And I didn't visualize myself being there very long. So that is very important. When you have faith in something, you have to be very careful that it's not shaky. You want unshakable, unquestionable, unmovable faith is what the Lord calls it. Unmovable. You want unswaying faith. And I did not have that about this Pilates class, because I already set in my intention last night. Oh, I'm going to have the baby and I'm going to do absolutely nothing because I don't have a sitter. So I'm just going to sit home in the bed, do nothing all day and be like a lazy bump on the log. In which I do deserve rest. But I would have loved it even more and it would have really edified my spirit and my soul to be doing something worthwhile with my body. Okay? And so, again, he meant well. His intentions were pure and they were good. But I did not plan accordingly and communicate to myself, are these plans that I'm communicating with him going to be well-meaning for me? Are they good for me? Or am I rushing in this too quickly? Am I just, trying to get out of the house because I really should have planned properly, and made sure that I asked ahead of time, because I only asked my mom ahead of time if she can watch her. And she told me no, that she was busy today, which she does work on Saturdays sometimes. So I totally understood. But I took that no as that's it. Instead of asking my grandma, instead of, asking my other siblings, or even going out to see if I could just get a sitter, I just accepted the no and said, oh, okay, when Saturday rolls around, I'm just going to sit home and do nothing. And that was the plan. I did not plan accordingly to be at that Pilates class. So I'm going to take this as a lesson learned for myself. And I just came here really quickly to just share what it looks like when you don't plan your life. Even the smallest little thing. The smallest little things should be planned, and should be planned the right way. Even if sometimes it's just the smallest detail can throw off everything. The smallest detail can affect the bigger picture. And the smallest detail was timing for me and for my brother. Even the smallest little detail can affect the bigger picture. And that's very important, that we start fine-tuning the smaller details and start really paying attention to the finite things. Because it's the smaller things, it's the itty-bitty, incy-wincy things that can throw off everything. So I learned my lesson because I usually don't plan my Saturdays. My Saturdays usually are spent at home doing absolutely nothing. And then at the end of, the very end of Saturday evening, all of a sudden I just get this burst and urge, oh my gosh, I've been laying here for too long doing absolutely nothing. I get this burst and this urge to go out to eat, go shopping, just do something. And it's it's at the tip of the Saturday almost ending. It's almost like at between 6 and 8 o'clock at night, and I've all of a sudden got an urge to go do something, and I wasted my Saturday. And I mean, yes, I'm resting, so it's kind of not of a waste, but I know that I can be doing something more meaningful and having my time more well spent had I planned correctly. So, lesson learned for me, I will definitely be planning my Saturdays more and being more intentional about my plans for my life. This video is just a reminder of when you have a plan for your life, the universe won't just hand you anything. And you don't just have to accept whatever is handed to you. Again, remember, like I said at the beginning of the video, even when someone's intentions are good for you, it does not mean that it is good for you, okay? Even if someone's, I think, is that the way I said it? I don't know, but that sounds really good too. Even if someone's intentions are good for you, does not mean that they're good for you. You have to be intentional for yourself. You have to plan your own life and make sure that what you really set out to do, that you do. So I will be planning a day that I do the Pilates video, that I go to Pilates, that I do the Pilates video, that I'm there on time so that I can do a POV behind the scenes of what it looks like as a Pilates beginner with the waiver or parking, yada, 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 whatever it looks like to go there and to be there. I will visualize myself there and that it works out the right way. And I want you to do that with your life. No matter what it is, I want you to visualize yourself already there and it already working out for you. Having the faith, strong faith, unwavering faith, unshakable faith that it has already worked out. So this was a lesson for me, not just about, someone else's well-meaning intentions for me not working out the right way, but it was more of a lesson, of an accountability moment for me to learn how to properly plan especially if I'm involving other adults. When you are planning for yourself, it's one thing, but when you're planning with others, especially with adults, it is so important that everything is communicated divinely, properly, to the T, so that there is no miscommunication. Okay, that is so important. I think that a lot of things can be, avoided if we communicated things better, whether it's communicated our feelings, communicated our plans, just communication in general. Okay, so I promised that I would make this a shorter video. There may be some pauses in between because, again, I have the little one. She's running in here back and forth, and she's like, what's mommy doing? Who is she talking to? I usually do my videos when they're out of the home. But yeah, this is a small video. So, a side note, a random new plan came in out of the blue. So Pilates plans were canceled, and I was like, oh, I just pray that this day gets better. And then I ended up talking to my Nana, and I was just expressing to her how, I just wish things would just get better, in certain areas. And that I have determined and decided to show up for me. I'm not going to wait for things to get better. If they're in other people's court, I'm going to take the ball and put it in my court, okay? I'm not going to keep, just waiting for someone else to show up for me. I'm going to show up for myself. Let's just say that. And I'm not going to make excuses for why other people have not showed up for me, because I won't need other people to show up for me if I continuously showed up for myself. So with that being said, I decided to show up for myself today. I pressed this play button again, okay? And I said, let me take accountability. Let me tell other people what it looks like when you don't show up for yourself. So I did it. I didn't plan properly for the Pilates class. I took no when my mom couldn't watch her. I took that as a permanent no, and I just didn't plan to do anything today. And I missed my Pilates appointment even after someone volunteered to help me. And that miscommunication happened, and I did not plan or have the faith that it would work out. And that's what it looks like. That's what it looks like when your faith and your plan is not sturdy or built on foundation or solid ground. Okay? So plans did come through for tonight. And so my mom is able, and she volunteered to, my grandmother technically did volunteer to watch her tonight so that I can go out with my family, with my siblings and my cousins that came down from New York. And we're going out to a nice lounge tonight. And so hopefully those plans stick. And if they don't, guess what? It's okay, because those were also last minute plans, okay, that I was invited to at the very last minute. But I'm going to continuously take these last minute things, and instead of just throwing myself into last minute things, I kind of take a step back and analyze what could happen and how to avoid those things, and how to have faith that me planning in the small amount of time, planning accordingly and being intentional in those plans, how it can play out for the bigger picture. So right now my hair is in a braid. Okay, I had my Pilates outfit on, thinking that I was gonna go do some, Pilates, and again, I will, do it another day that I have a sitter, but I will plan accordingly for that. But I'm gonna go ahead and start getting ready to this lounge, okay? Prayerfully, I can kind of get some POV of that later on today. I'm gonna do something with my hair. A quick little style, and maybe I might record on how I do that quick style, because it's like a updo kind of thing with the fake pony. Nobody knows it's fake, so you know my secret. But it's a fake pony, and I pull it all my hair up into a ponytail. I wrap the pony, and I bring all the curls from the pony forward, and then I pin them so it looks like a spilled out curly updo. Cannot wait. Okay, so I will probably take some video and picture of me going to the lounge, getting ready for the lounge, all the stuff, yada, yada, yada. Again, probably, because I didn't plan. So let me start working on that plan. Either way, my blessed beauties, if you watched to this length, I thank you so much for your support. Please make sure that you subscribe, press the notification button wherever it is located, and be blessed. Have a great day. Bye from Blessed Beauty Mimi.